cannot continue like this, so I am so tired of this mess. I just want peace.
I hear you, sis. I hear you.
If you met Ada for the first time, you will never believe she carried a secret. She was a kind of girl people naturally liked. Beautiful without trying too hard. Always smiling, always helping people. The kind of person who will lend you a last money and still ask if you had eaten. In school, lecturers liked her. Her classmates respected her. Even the hostel porter often said, if all these girls behaved like Ada, my work would be easy. But there was one thing nobody knew. Every night, before she slept, Ada fought a battle she could not tell anyone about. A battle that had followed her since childhood. A battle that had stolen her confidence. A battle she prayed would end. Yet somehow, it never did. That night, that night seemed like every other night. The hostel generator had gone off. The room was hot. 6 girls lay on their beds trying to sleep. Some were chatting. Some were scrolling through their phones. Some were already snoring. On the top bunk, Ada checked the time. 11:47 p.m. She sighed. Another night. Another battle. Quietly, she climbed down, straight to the toilet. A few minutes later, she returned. 10 minutes passed. Then she climbed down again. Sandra noticed. Ada, hmm? Are you okay? I'm fine. Sandra laughed. You have gone to that toilet twice in 10 minutes. The other girls chuckled. Ada forced a smile. If only you know. Sandra sat up. I'm serious. Leave me alone, Sandra, Ada reacted. Then Sandra, you've been doing this since I became your roommate. Ada looked away. I just like being careful. Sandra shook her head. Careful? The girls laughed again. Ada laughed with them. Only she knew she wasn't being careful. She was afraid. Afraid of sleeping. Afraid of waking. Afraid of another embarrassing morning. Eventually, everybody slept. The room became silent. Outside, a dog barked in the distance. Inside, nothing moved. Then suddenly, Jesus! A scream exploded through the room. One girl jumped from her bed. Another almost fell from hers. Phone touches came on immediately. What happened? Who shouted? What's going on? Amaka stood in the middle of the room, spitting repeatedly, her face twisted with disgust. Oh my God! God forbid! God forbid! I just dreamt I was taking palm wine from my village people. Then this. Nobody understood. Then she pointed upward. The room followed her finger straight to Ada's bunk. A dark stain spread across the mattress. Drop, drop, drop. Something dripped above. Something liquid. Water. Rain. Or maybe not. The room became silent. Ada opened her eyes. The moment she saw everybody staring, her heart stopped. She knew what she did. No, not here. Not tonight. not in front of everybody. Hamaka was very angry and irritated. She looked up, then looked down, then looked up again. Ada. Nobody spoke. Ada, tell me this is not what I'm thinking. Ada couldn't answer. Her throat had gone dry. One girl covered her mouth. Then Amaka shouted, No, no. Tell me you didn't wee on your bed. The room froze. Nobody needed an explanation. The silence said everything. Amaka staggered backward. Jesus Christ. 23, you still wet your bed? The room erupted. What? 23? She's serious? A whole grown woman? Sandra stared at Ada. Her voice was barely above a whisper. Ada, is it true? Ada lowered her head. Tears rolled down her cheeks. For years she had hidden the secret. For years she had prayed nobody would find out. Now, everything was over. Amaka stormed towards the door. The thing entered my mouth. The room exploded again. Some girls laughed. Others looked shocked. A few felt sorry for Ada, but nobody forgot what happened that night. And by morning, nobody kept quiet because Ada even stepped out of her room. The gossip had already started. By afternoon, half the school knew, and by evening, people who had never met her were discussing her. Ada thought that night was the worst thing that could ever happen to her. She was wrong, very wrong, but we'll stop here for now. If you enjoyed the story, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, because Ada's story is only just beginning.